This is the last episode.
I'm losing it.
Is that a salt shaker?
That was a rocks glass and a slinky.
Oh. Sure, that makes more sense.
I think so. Man, I'm hot already. That's good.
Thanks. It's because it's the room.
It's
wintertime. It's fucking cold outside.
I love the cold, dude.
I love it, but we're inside, so it's not cold, so I don't love it anymore.
Yeah. I was out with friends last night at like 11 p.m., like when we left, like when we started our night, and it was like 50 degrees, and I was like, this is good. This is good time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm insane. I will drive in like 50-degree weather with my windows down.
Oh, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
I like the cold a lot.
I like my skin on my face to not be dried out like I'm a fucking piece of jerky.
Just know. Hey guys, this is the last episode podcast. My name is and this is a podcast where we talk about. All right, so, hey, I thought about this episode live streaming either our pre-show garbage or the podcast itself. Because I was talking about it on my stream last Sunday, on my last stream, 6 p.m. Twitch.tv/FieldSound. What is it? Sundays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. PST.
Are you asking yourself? You made the schedule.
I don't know, man. I keep forgetting. Even though I've consistently been on
it's like how.
It's been like a month and a half, and I have
when
yet
do I work
to
again?
miss.
Dude, you're the boss. It's asking, hey, when do I work? You're the boss.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you asking this question?
Yeah. Whenever you want.
You just not come in.
Yeah.
Nobody's making you.
So I was asking like the chat and people like, hey, would you guys watch like if I live stream the podcast? And some of them said yes, some people said no. Not enough for me to warrant like trying it, because the issue is that if people don't watch it, it'll fuck up my average viewer, which will hinder my chance of getting affiliate. And so I need more followers, and more people to watch. That way I can like guarantee that if I do like experiment with shit like that, then I'll still get people watching, at least 3. So go follow me.
You have to get that engagement.
Twitch.tv/FieldZone. Yeah, it's been fun. I added a point system to my stream.
Is it the where you watch?
Yeah, you watch and get points, and you can gamble with points and gamble with other players.
Oh no, I have one. I have a few streams that I've watched before where it's like you can buy like emotes for a day.
Yeah, so I can't. So yeah, you can do like VIP stuff. I can't do that until I'm affiliate, but I'm setting it up now so that people can earn points beforehand, and to it's like, hey guys, watch. That way, once I get to affiliate, you guys can actually spend your points on shit. So.
The point system is weird but novel. It's
cool.
It's because people enjoy seeing numbers go up, and I also enjoy numbers.
Yeah,
going up.
that's why. Like I saw it on someone else's stream. Shout out to Matt Duke, who's a Borderlands streamer and also a music producer streamer. He streamed himself making beats and shit.
Sick beats.
So I was like, this is a cool person to talk to because like you play Borderlands, so do I on stream, and also you make music, which I think I don't know. I might try doing once. I don't know. It might be interesting.
What would that be under? It'd be just like art, right?
I believe there is.
Is it just music or is it just art?
I believe there is a music category now for Twitch, something like that.
Because I know for video editing, which I've watched people's streams of, it's just they have to put it under like art.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing specific for that.
Mm-hmm.
Which, it's super niche, so I get why they don't have to make it. But it's like you just have to make the category.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of obscure games that now have titles on Twitch, which is very, very funny.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Like oh, this game for the Wii that nobody cares about, the Shovelware's game, has a title. Okay. Well, I'll put that I'm playing this today.
Yeah.
Put that I'm playing Imagine Horse Babies or whatever. Somebody was like, fuck it, we're gonna put it on the whole doc.
Yeah. I'm really, really liking Twitch. I'm having so much fun.
Are you still playing Borderlands?
I'm still playing Borderlands. I'm playing Flak. I'm having a lot of fun playing Flak.
Are you playing Borderlands 3 only on stream now at this point? Or
no, actually now I did with Zane. With Flak, I'm liking him so much I keep seeing myself like play outside of the stream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about. I almost last stream had to stream COD Zombies or something else just because my Borderlands wasn't working for a second. But then
was it stream issues or the game?
Just my PC being weird. I think that day the Epic had an update, and I think it fucked something.
How Epic?
Yeah, Epic had some update.
That might have been the update for the. That might have been the update to make the sale work on their store. Maybe. I would believe that would cause.
So it had
stupid.
An issue because here have I told you how I have to start Borderlands on my PC?
Now, did it change? Is it still stupid?
It's stupid.
Or is it stupider?
It's stupid. It's less stupid.
I watched you start it up when you bought it, and it was a little absurd.
So the way it works, the way I have to do it on my PC, and I have no idea why, is I have to start the game and then play for 5 minutes, let the game crash, at which point I have to go into, Control-Delete, Task Manager, close the game, then reopen the game and play it, and then it should be fine.
It's like how I used to play WoW on my old Windows XP computer from like 2002.
Yeah. It used to be worse because it used to, I would start it and then it would just show the splash screen, and having to close just the splash screen was really hard because it didn't show up on Task Manager. So I had to like do weird shit for my computer to like make it just crash to the point where it just turned off.
That's fucked up. This is a modern 2019 like AAA game.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
It's super fucked. And I don't see anyone else have this issue.
You're not playing like some weird like indie game from whatever.
Yeah, I'm not trying to play fucking like...
You're not modding it or doing like weird UI shit.
Yeah.
You're not messing with any files. You're just starting the game up from
I'm not seeing people having my exact same issue. That's why I'm like, I don't know how to fix this, so I'm just going to kind of keep doing it this way. It's not that hard. I got an SSD recently, and I downloaded the game on there.
Wow, humble brag much.
I know, right?
You can afford an SSD?
I bought it for my friend for like $30 because he just had one.
SSDs rule.
SSDs are the best. I got like, what is this? I think 200 gigs on something? What is it? I can't see. It's something like that.
Couldn't you just literally look at that on your computer box, what SSD you have and how big it is?
Yeah, but I'm on my laptop for
right. I always forget.
And so what was I saying? So I have Borderlands on there. Ever since I put Borderlands on the SSD, it crashes faster, which is nice because it makes this whole setup much. Because before I had to play for like 10, 15 minutes.
God,
and then
it's like driving an old shitty car. It's like if I put it in neutral when I'm going up a hill for a little bit, the ignition will start this time. It's like Jesus Christ.
No, so this way it crashes faster.
Are you sure it's not your computer?
Oh, it might be. I have no idea. I have no idea what it could be.
Sure, you don't got to take some of your parts out to pasture behind the barn with the shotgun.
This is on a fresh install at this point. Because we had to, not a fresh. It's on a moving files on Epic is really frustrating. It's not like Steam where you can just like move the file and tell Steam it's over here now.
Hey, it's in this directory.
Yeah,
pick it up here.
No, now on Epic I had to. What did I have to do? I had to move it to where I wanted it to be, and then delete it, and then start the download to make it think it's downloading. Close Epic, and then open it again, and then it realized that like
I think
it's done.
the Blizzard launcher does that too. If like you have to move it yourself and then like fake a download install.
Yeah. Blizzard, but Blizzard made it way easier because I don't think you had to actually close Blizzard. You have to actually close Epic. Oh, so whatever. PC
technology woes.
PC is cool. Yeah. So
see, I just play emulated games, and that's good enough for me. Even if sometimes I have trouble with Dolphin or like PSP. I'm just playing the game and it works.
So I know you don't care about Game Grumps anymore or ever, but Aaron started playing the Dendy. You know about the Dendy?
No.
Dendy is, I didn't know about it until he's made these videos. So I guess the Dendy was like Russia's...
Looking it up right now. To see if I might know by a different name.
It's like Russia's like NES that released in like the 90s because Russia just couldn't get shit in that time.
Oh, no, I know what this is. I've seen it. I've seen a video about like it was multiple videos on like, hey, here were the consoles that they made in Europe because of the Berlin Wall shit.
Yep.
All the weird like German and Russian bootlegs. Yeah.
Exactly. So there's a bunch of they've been playing like a bunch of like bootleg games. It's been
there
really
are a lot of games that are like in that era are locked to only those regions.
Yeah,
that were only made there.
I will say the Dendy branding, like the Dendy console and branding is cool. Like I don't know.
There was a lot of like actual effort. Like people who made those consoles made them because they cared.
The bootleg games are fucking shit, but
a lot of them were pretty bad because it was literally like, hey, I'm 15, I have nothing better to do. Let's learn to figure out how to make games today.
I think one of my favorite ones that they played was like Mario 6, and it was like,
oh god,
I think it was like,
I
love
Mario bootlegs so much.
I believe it was like Yoshi's Island, but it had
they just fucked up with the sprites.
Yeah, they changed. Yeah,
a lot of bootlegs.
One of them was The Simpsons, and it was literally just Super Mario Brothers, but they changed
the yellow skin.
They changed into just a sprite of Bart with like a pink shirt and a diaper.
Man.
Because they're like, yeah, this is what Simpsons is.
A lot of bootlegs are that. It's just like a game that's... the best bootlegs are like completely original games. Those are really rare, but when you find them, they're crazy.
Oh, yeah. And
then you have the weird ones like Pokemon Vietnamese Crystal, where it's the same game, but the translation's all fucking bizarre in English, and it's really funny to read.
Yes.
Like, you know, my favorite Pokemon, Polio. And when you catch him, it says, you just caught polio. And it's like, oh man, I love shit like that.
So good.
Bad translations still tickle me. People die when they are killed. It's like, I always quote it.
That is good.
People die when they are... And now I know the context of that because I've actually read Fate's Day Night and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's still dumb in context.
Oh, okay.
Because that character's a fucking idiot.
Fair enough.
But people die when they are killed. I get what he's saying now in context. Man, fucking Emmy is such an idiot.
I've still yet to obtain my free month of Origin access.
Wait, you're still waiting on it?
Even though that's supposed to happen November 1st, it is, as of recording this, November 4th.
Play with that? Anthem?
No, I wanted to play fucking Battlefield 5.
Oh. Just buy it then at this point.
No, I just wanted to try it out.
It's the what's the principle of the thing? You're promised a month, and you're still waiting on it.
No, I just have no interest in buying Battlefield 5, and I just wanted to.
But you like that game.
I like Battlefield 4, and I didn't like Battlefield 1. And Battlefield 5, I played Battlefield 5 the beta, and it just felt more like Battlefield 1. And I didn't like Battlefield 1, so.
But you still want to play it for free.
Yeah, I play it for free.
Gotcha.
I don't want to fucking pay money for it, but I'll pay it for free.
Yeah, I see how it is.
My friend Ricky tried out. He tried Anthem, and he liked it. So, make of that what you will. I won't.
You wouldn't.
I
shan't.
I have no reason not to get the Xbox Game Pass right now, and I don't know why I keep putting it off. It's $1. It's a goddamn $1.
It's because you have that you contract that horrific disease that anyone who plays more than 2 video games every 5 years gets. It's that horrible disease called a backlog.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay.
And I was doing really well. I was doing well for a while, and then I fucked up.
How many games on your Steam have you never even installed?
So many, dude. Well, for me and for a lot of people too, it's because of Humble Bundle. It's because it's like I want this one game.
Or you bought like 10 games for $20 in a holiday sale.
It's like I'm trying to get this one game for $15, but it comes with all these other garbage that I don't really care about.
It's still worth it in the end. I'll buy it.
Yeah, it's like cool. I'm getting this game for half off, and I also get games that maybe I'll try.
Or I can give it to friends, but they're not going to want them.
Yeah, so I'll just give them to me.
I didn't want them, so why would they want them?
Yeah. From now on, I'm just gonna do fucking giveaways on my chat in my stream.
Who wants a copy of the original Binding of Isaac, that irrelevant version that nobody cares about anymore? Who wants the copy of this fucking game?
Who wants Axios?
Fuck.
That the only reason I know the name of that is because it's the first thing that shows up on my Steam.
Oh, because it's A. Yeah, it's A instead of a number.
It's one of the first ones. I think technically it's.
I still have to play Alan Wake. I got that. I bought it before they delisted it.
I remember playing Alan Wake.
No, because I never played them. I never got to play them.
Yeah, Alan Wake is a good time.
I bought them on PC because they were delisting them for the music, and then they got put back up, but like took music out. But I still have those versions.
Oh, nice.
I also have it with the DLC.
Yeah,
because I want to play those so I can appreciate Control when I can play Control someday.
Oh yeah,
because the console versions are ass.
Yeah.
And I'm very sad because I was so excited for Control. Because Control is. You familiar with SCP at all?
No, but I know about Control.
Okay. Oh, wait. You've never heard about SCP?
What is it?
I'm so shocked.
I might have.
You'd be so down for this. You don't know it. SCP is it comes from the origins of like creepypasta people.
Okay.
Where the idea about it's a wiki where you can see almost all of it.
Okay.
The idea is that it is people making up. Well, let's break the spell. It's making up a government body that their whole thing is SCP: secure, contain, protect. Where they essentially either gather, contain, or protect from either themselves or the human race objects of power or things that cause weird phenomena. Like one of them example is like it's a really famous one where it's a piece of graffiti that travels it's unknown how it travels. It changes its form. And when people get too close to it, it will take them in and they disappear. And they are presumed to be dead.
Interesting.
And it's things like they can go from, and because that's evolved for so many years, they can either be comedic, they can tie into other articles, they can involve certain characters that are recurring or whatever.
Yeah.
And
so this is a like genre of storytelling, I guess.
Yeah, but there can be simple ones like example is like it's what's in this room? It's just a phone on a table.
Yeah.
What does it do? And then that's the whole and it gets absurd like that.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at it, you can see your past. But it's wrong in some way, and it causes you trauma.
It's the kind of horror shit that comes out of the H.P. Lovecraft stuff that I like. Not in terms of the style, but in terms of writing.
It's that way, but in a lot more, I guess, quote unquote, grounded.
Yeah.
But it can also not be like one of the most famous ones is like there is a room that contains an infinite staircase.
Yeah. Okay.
Where if you go down it, you can never go back up or down. You were trapped in an infinite loop going up or down forever.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's like that's neat. But only in its own little story. But Control is kind of, it's all that in one game.
I know you don't have time to do anything ever, but you should one day read House of Leaves, my favorite book of all time.
I've thought about it for a long time, and I've thought about it more this year because one of my favorite YouTube channels, Nightmind, he did a 5-part, let's talk about this book.
Yeah, it's my favorite
book. Break it down. I should send that to you.
Please actually do.
Because it literally just, hey, here's chapter 1, or like here's this part of the book. Let us, that's what they're not chapters. You don't call them. It's like here's part 1 of this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this aspect of the story for half an hour.
Yes. Well, because there's like
the part 2 of the series. We'll talk about this angle. I think it's like 4 or 5 parts, and they're in depth.
Send me because there's about 3.
And it is his favorite. I believe it is his favorite book of all time. So he gave a shit.
Yeah, that's
my
favorite.
Months. I'll send it to you.
I want to reread it, but the issue with a book like this, it doesn't. I don't know how.
It's more of a study than a book, right?
It's like
a project.
It is a. I mean,
because it's famous, but I've never read it.
In terms of like literary definitions, it's like a postmodern critique on itself.
It's very bizarre.
It's weird.
It's a book about itself.
I
don't know.
Well, it's a book that like takes like the postmodern thing of like there are infinite meanings to any given
or it means whatever you want it to mean.
Yeah, exactly.
But pushed to the extreme.
However, but it's a critique on that from the perspective of something that is itself postmodern.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
it's a paradox.
In itself is something that has infinite amounts of meaning, but it's critiquing the fact that things can have it because the main character Johnny fucking loses his mind. And
yes, Papa.
And
eating sugar.
Yep. So it explains pretty much that like yes, things can have infinite meaning, but don't think that way because you'll fucking lose your mind. Like that. It's so good. It's so good. I love
it. Mind when I, for some reason, end up like retired and homeless in 50 years, where I have like infinite time.
Yeah.
And then I'll write my own.
There you go.
But it'll be a picture
book.
Yeah, it took
instead. Danny Liskey, 15 years to write it?
Wasn't the whole story about that book was that it was like never published? It was just like copies of it were passed down in like college, like coffee houses. Like that's how people first heard about it. Like, hey, I have a coffee house leaves. Here's mine. And then people pass it around.
No, I'm pretty sure it was published.
Okay. That's what I've heard of like stores like, hey, before it was done, it
what's
was like
interesting about the book is that like it presents itself as if that's the case. For example, like the front cover is meant to tear off after a while. And the reason is because
every version of the book that you buy physically?
Yes, because the reason this is the kind of book you have. The only way to get this book is
physical. To appreciate, right? Because PDFs of it probably
just won't work any other way. Yeah. It won't work any other way. Like the front cover, once it ripped, because the front cover says like a book written by Danny Liskey, like Mark Z. Danny Liskey, who's the actual human who exists in the real world who wrote this book. Mm-hmm. However, once it tears off, underneath it says the Davidson record written by like one of the characters in the book. And so the idea is that once the cover rips off, now this is just the book that exists within the story. Because in the story, somewhere like in the middle of the book, on a counter, in one of the like in the house for like one of the characters sees a book and they're like, how'd this book get here? This is weird. It has like it looks like this. It looks like it's like a weird cover that has like halfway off. It's almost like it's about to rip off. And you realize like the book in the book is the book you're reading.
It's supposed to be one of those things.
And it's
like
an
aha moment.
Yeah, it's one of those and that kind of shit is everywhere.
So does that mean the book physically only exists in like paperback or hardcover to do that?
I guess paperback.
Because you own do you own a copy or
no? I got it. I read it during when I was at Norco. Yeah, college. Yeah, I want to own it. Have it,
and then fuck it up so you can have that half torn thing.
But it's one of those things that like you don't rip it off yourself. You kind of like as a ritual
you let time.
You let it happen. It will happen eventually. Just let it. When it does, it does.
If he dies, he dies.
Another fun thing about the book is anytime you see the word house, it's in the color blue. Like it's inked in blue, and then the word Minotaur is in red. That word that comes up a lot in the book.
Is it a spoiler if I ask you if Minotaur relates to the myth of the Minotaur, or is that just like it's just a name?
God,
is it a spoiler if you answer the question? That's all I was asking.
It's not even a spoiler. I don't even know how. I don't know how to answer the question. Neither of those.
Okay. Never mind. Never mind.
It's not a spoiler to me. I could answer if I could figure out how to answer it.
Fuck. See, this is why I haven't read it, because I hear this all the time about
it's complicated.
Yeah.
The easiest way to explain it, really, and sorry for this fucking tangent that no one cares, unless if you're interested in this, it's my favorite book ever, so whatever.
People know this book.
Yeah, the easiest way to explain this book, I guess, is it's a story about it's story about a story about a story. Like the perspective that you're reading is from the perspective of the editor who's editing this book that is about a house. It's about a guy. It's a tattoo artist named Johnny who finds a documentary, film for a documentary. However, he finds the script of a documentary, but the documentary itself doesn't exist.
Okay.
And so the documentary itself is about the house.
It would have. I don't.
So there's so many layers, and then also goes into Johnny's mother, and
the whole thing of like, I wish I was younger, older, so I could experience things a certain age.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I was around and in college when this was new.
Oh yeah.
Because like. Narratives are more common now.
Oh, for sure.
And I still like them when they're done well.
Yeah, House of Leaves is the king of those.
But I wish I was around when this was new.
Yeah, because at this point, I'm sure you're like, I've seen so many other.
This is done poorly.
Yeah, this is
more than well.
Well, yeah, this is the golden example of how to do this.
Yeah, because most narratives that have a narrative in themselves only go one layer deep.
Exactly.
That's usually a good thing, because
I'm going to say
going too far is confusing and baffling. A lot of bad web series that I follow or try to follow are that, where they go to up their own ass and they get confused in their own story that they were even trying to tell.
I'm gonna say in my opinion, I believe it is 5 layers deep, the story.
Like an onion?
Huh?
Like an onion or an ogre?
Yeah. on the surface it's 4, but if you read it correctly, it's 5.
Oh, you're one of those people.
No,
read it correctly.
No, you know what?
Ooh.
People who read the book know what I mean, because the
Put
reason
your wine glass down over there.
the reason I
with
say
your oyster crackers.
the reason I say this because you can just kind of read the book like linearly, just from beginning to end
as a story.
Yes. However, the book prompts you a lot of the times at the bottom. It'll say like, see page 700 or whatever, and you go to there, and it goes like, here are notes from this other character.
Oh, like the Goosebumps Choose Your Own Scare books.
Yes.
I love those books.
So if you,
my favorite was Monster Blood Part 2,
okay,
where you could feed your dog
first
and
I
he could
thought
be a
this
vampire.
was-
No, these are real.
yeah. At first I thought you were joking,
No,
but
this
now
is
I
not a
realize.
joke.
I realize this is you're 100% serious.
I'm always serious. I never joke.
Name one joke.
How the chicken crossed the road.
Fuck.
That's why he to fuck. that's real life.
Anyways, I love House of Leaves. Go read it and lose your goddamn mind. Read it slowly, but also read it. And take it easy, dude, but take it. Yeah, if you start feeling sad and it starts hurting your brain too much, take a break, because that happens to people. Not even jokes. Like this book.
You mean in general or for this book?
In general, but also this book.
Yeah, because in general, you gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah, but also this book does that to people. Like, not even jokes. All right, let's talk about you. Okay, you played Death Stranding.
I did play Death Stranding.
What is it? I mean, I know what it is, but like, explain to the audience what this game is as a video game, because some people don't know how the game itself works.
Have you ever played a game?
Yes.
With inventory management?
Oh yeah.
Half of the game is that.
Okay. That's too much percentage.
Remember the really light traversal elements in Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Where he had stamina bars?
Yeah.
And then throw in some of the annoying management systems from like an RTS.
What do you? Well, okay, management
of like having to manage like weight distribution on certain sides, or like that more simulator style version.
It's more granulated, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you make that a third-person game.
Okay.
And that's the game.
The movement itself is in itself a inventory management.
The moving in any direction is gameplay.
Yes.
No matter where you have 10 pounds or 100.
Yeah.
That's the game.
Yeah.
The game is walking around and managing your inventory. It's advanced QWOP, but not as funny.
Yeah.
And when it's funny, I don't think it's trying to be.
Yeah.
Very, very bizarre game.
Yeah.
I can really see why people fucking despise this game.
Yes.
From
I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
Minute 5 before the first cutscene, I was like, oh, people are gonna fucking. I know people hate this game.
Yeah.
I can see it immediately.
It's such a barrier.
It's so
there's
bright
such
and clear.
a thick barrier to entry.
Yeah.
Where if you can get past,
you ever heard like people talk about where like or reviewers or people cover games like, you know, like I feel playing certain games because like I forget the controls, which is true.
Oh yeah,
it's like, it's only been a week.
Xenoblade is a perfect example of this.
Certain RPGs, it's like oh, like, I feel that, but it's like, hey, if you play games often enough for your job, like a week, that's absurd. It's like no, I very much understand what people are talking about.
Yeah. I haven't played Astral Chain in a couple weeks, and I'm kind of afraid to go back.
Oh, DMC5, I took a 2-month break, and I was like, I fucking forgot half of this game.
Yep, that's why I feel about
for one character. I was like,
yeah.
fuck, I don't remember to play Nero at all anymore.
Yeah,
I was only fucking around with Dante for like a while, and then I just stopped playing.
Yeah, but anyways,
is
it good?
I haven't gotten to the part of the game where people say the narrative falls apart and the game falls apart. Okay, because most people's recommendation who played it early is don't stick around too long. Get to chapter 3.
Yes, I've heard everyone pretty much say that.
Because,
the first couple
because chapter 1 is let's introduce this world a little bit. Let's teach you some really basics of having to move around and balance.
Yeah.
And then let's set up how the open world will kind of work.
And then chapter 2
is like learning to understand like the child networks work with, like building structures for other players.
How to tower.
Learning how to do the tower stuff, how to climb mountains, learning how to deal with BTs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's when you get the baby.
Yeah.
You get BB. And then after that, they establish the whole like, hey, you are journeying from the East Coast to the West Coast to establish these networks and to reunite America.
Yep.
Through magic internets.
Yep.
Because it comes from the chiral energy.
Chiral,
depending on who you talk to. Because it might as well just be magic.
Okay.
It is just magic internet MacGuffin to make technology futuristic. That's all it is.
Cool. But it probably doesn't need to be that much explained.
This game. Okay. Have you ever played any Metal Gear game?
Nope, never.
Have you ever seen them, like a cutscene, and been baffled before because they're using a bunch of terms?
No. I know what the game looks like, but I've never...
But you're not aware of the madness that those games can be.
No, not at all. Other than what you have said.
Okay. Because Metal Gear does, especially in 4, it got up its own ass with its own like lingo and making
you talk about it all the time. How it's
4 is a beautiful mess of a game.
where that Kojima tries too hard to make
To
something cool.
tie up loose ends and make up bullshit. Nanomachines is
for things that aren't supposed to be that complicated, but he makes overly complicated.
And from what I've seen in Death Stranding, there is still some of that in it.
It's still
where I'm like, this thing didn't need to be jargon.
It's definitely a Kojima game.
It's a very Kojima game.
Yeah.
But I like it a lot.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Mainly because I think me and Kojima, in some sense, we just shared enough tastes.
Yeah.
Like
He's your dad.
Like the licensed music, I love in that game.
Kojima is your dad.
Low Roars, I love Low Roar. I'm really happy they're in there. They put in a fucking...
Itsuno's your mom.
They put in a Church's song in there. There's like a...
What?
Like there's a... Yeah, because remember, Kojima, I don't know people... I think he has the most like popular gaming Twitter on the internet.
What? Oh yeah.
He spends all his time when he's not making games talking about music and movies all day.
When I saw
the good shit too.
I think what blew my mind the most was when I thought that, like, okay, I kind of do want to get this game. Is when I saw the trailer where they used an Apocalyptica song.
We talked about it. I haven't gotten to where that's in the game yet, but I'm pretty sure it's there.
Fuck yeah, dude! They're using Apocalyptica song.
Yeah.
No one cares about Apocalyptica anymore.
Not anymore. Hell no.
Unless
you're from where they're from.
Yeah, maybe in like 2011.
Yeah,
but
when they got viral. But.
Yeah. When they did the Metallica covers or whenever that was.
And it's weird because like I talked about, like there's a lot of like there's too much terms and jargon.
Yeah.
But I like watching Kojima cutscenes just go, and I'm not sure if it's either I just like them a lot, or if it's I am traumatized from MGS5 where it had almost none of it.
Yeah.
And when it was there, I was like, no, keep going. Give me answers in the cutscene because these look nice. And it just stops. Because there are bits where it's like, I'm sitting down for 20 minutes and I'm just talking. And we are just explaining this dumb fucking world and how it works.
Mm-hmm.
There are terms like dooms, which I still have not gotten an understanding what that was.
Isn't that when you die, it creates...
No. Dooms, as far as I've seen in the game, dooms. D-O-Ms. They even say dooms.
I have no idea.
Also, I haven't gotten to the bits where like people monologue, but I met Dead Man.
Okay.
You know why it's called Dead Man? He's familiar with the dead. He works with morgues.
Cool.
That's why his name is that.
Cool.
Probably not as the actual reason, because they'll monologue like every Kojima game. They're like, have you ever he'll probably go like, Sam, yeah. Have you ever seen a dead body before?
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
sure.
Yeah.
No, but have you ever really?
Yeah.
And then the camera will cut to him, and then it'll do that.
Got it.
Because that's a Kojima thing.
Yeah.
And I like me some monologues, and the acting in the game is pretty stellar. I want to meet Mad's character not in a flashback. Because every time I see him, I am ecstatic.
Oh, because Matt Mikkelsen.
Because it is all I've seen. Every time you go back to hang out in your your little homeroom, when you go down and up the elevators, you get flashbacks of BB. I think yes, yeah, BB. Because those are babies.
Yeah.
So from what I'm understanding, because very early on, they talk about with the BBs. It's
By the way, guys, real quick, in case of this sounds like spoilers, it's probably not because this is the first 3 chapters.
It's what they show off a lot.
Yeah.
The game was like, oh yeah, BBs.
You'll learn this within the first couple hours.
Even then, a lot of stuff that I've seen, I have no answers for. Because they're still explaining to me very slowly.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, a BB, those little baby things you have, they take them from still mothers.
Yes.
So from what I understand, it's fucked up, but they don't acknowledge how fucked up it is. Those are literal babies.
Yeah.
That they take out. They basically take them out of the womb 3 months pregnant.
Oh.
Because... Okay, this is the thing where this is so dumb and so weird and so fucked up, but so interesting that if you don't think this is interesting, the game's not going to work. Okay, they are taken out. This is if this does not get you want to look at this game, you're going to hate it.
Okay.
If the gameplay you don't like it at all, and the story isn't there, you're going to hate this game.
Okay.
They explain, I don't know why you can see the PTs, the BTs. I don't know why, that's a thing. But the reason they're taken out it's stillbirth at 3 months, but they're still alive, is because that little pocket thing they're in, that little yellow that you keep on your body.
Yeah.
That is to trick them into thinking they're still in the womb.
Yeah.
So when they start to realize that they're not, they panic and they stop working.
Oh,
so that's why that's why they're in that fluid and you have to calm them down and rock them like a baby.
Got it.
Because they think they're still in the mother's stomach.
Yeah.
But they can still see you and see things around them.
Yeah, fun.
But their biology and the way, because they still have the fucking tube.
Yeah.
They still think they're in a mother's womb like their biology does. Yeah. So if they freak out, you're fucked. You're gonna die out there.
Yeah.
What if my mechanic's like, hey, your baby's freaking out. You better rock him or get out of there because he's gonna freak out. You're going to die. You can't see him. You're going to die.
Yeah. I believe the beach things. Those are people who die in purgatory, right? It's a purgatory.
It is something. No, they say it's in cap is you got left and then in capital letters beach.
Oh, hilarious.
The beach is a whole they go. This is essentially we haven't figured out because they basically go. Before the Death Stranding, which is a term.
Yeah.
Now, this is all things that you will get to if the game. It is you read emails, a man lectures at you for 10 minutes. The beach is a place where souls are before they can leave.
Yeah, I'm right.
It is purgatory for only souls, not human bodies or animal bodies.
Yeah, okay.
And they establish, for now, that what I've seen, only human beings go to the beach.
Yeah.
But there is also a beach you are going to.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they're the same, and neither do other people in the game yet.
Okay.
Because the whole gimmick of why you learning about the world so slowly, but people around you know so much about it, but don't know all of it, is because before the Death Stranding happened, a bunch of files were, during the parts of the game, after Death Stranding, before you start playing the game, when the child network, the magic internet went down, files were lost.
Oh, fun.
Because they were on the network. So you pick them up and you're like, hey, you find Dead Man's thing from 2 years ago emailing a military guy.
Got it.
Or you find this thing this discussion with this military group. Or you find a thing about this person who wanted to cosplay. Or
so
blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
It's very, very strange.
Okay, so I'm glad. Okay, so I will probably wait till it comes out on PC.
You
and
could.
And if I
do
get this game, it will have to be a game where I am only playing this.
It's
because for me,
I can't do anything else. I have to be 100% on this. Like it is physically. I played it for the first session, 3 hours. I was exhausted mentally.
Yeah, it seemed like the kind of game that I will love because it's a lot of exploration of the story. You have to learn the story yourself and read shit and figure out what
engage with it, pay attention.
Yeah, I love that. The issue is it sounds like one where it's so much
it's dense.
It doesn't work if you don't give the time. And so,
I didn't learn how the game's loop was going to work out, and I didn't dick around the whole loop of the game and how it all kind of works until hour 11.
God.
It takes a long time to introduce that stuff because there's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Of building the bridges and leaving behind ropes and how cargo works, holding certain things in your hand. If you hold it and you fall,
will you buy this game?
It doesn't damage it. I have to wait because this game it drained me mentally.
Oh, okay.
It's draining to play it.
Yeah.
Because you're always you're holding buttons to balance all the time while you're walking. And if you turn too fast, in real life, you'll fall over on your ass. Because think about it. If you're holding something that's 50 pounds and you just swing your body and it's on your back, you're going to fucking fall backwards.
Yeah.
But it feels good. But I don't know if I would call it fun. Just the simple word fun.
I know what you mean.
I would just call it, for me, engaging.
Yes.
I'm engaged the entire time I'm playing
based off of what I've seen in other people and what other people have said, With
a little bit I've gotten, the basic combat that I've gotten to, terrible.
Okay, yeah.
You just mash a button. It's terrible.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm the game isn't about that. That doesn't make it excuse it not that part being bad.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten all the combat because you're the whole, all right, you've done all the stuff. Now you've learned how this game works, blah, blah, blah. Now the loop of the game is do story, do missions, and it'll unlock more gear to fuck around with.
Have you died yet?
I almost died once.
Okay, because I know that when you die, you have to fight your way back.
Oh, no, I died for a story reason. They make you die.
Oh, and I'm assuming they explain how
and they go,
works.
Well, they don't explain why it happened. You're just oh, swim to your body. And I'm okay, I've seen the trailer, I know. And I just did that, but I haven't actually died on my own time.
Okay.
Because I'm a god of a gamer.
Gamer God 86.
Well, also because I'm playing that game kind of how it wants to be. I'm taking it kind of slow. I'm being cautious. I'm leaving bridges. I'm petting my BB.
Yeah.
I am picking up child energy. I am just looking at the land.
Yeah.
This game's a looker too.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's scratching the same itch that made me like Breath of the Wild in general, was just I want to go look at the world, even if there's nothing in it.
Is there stuff in it?
There's stuff in it. There are some occasional buildings.
Is it
ranges.
Is it worth going way out of your way?
You're going out of your way because you want to see what's up on that route, what people left there.
Okay, so yes.
You're kind of poking around to poke around. Okay. Just to see what either the game generated for you or what people left. And the people stuff is really engaging to me.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's really fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I haven't gotten to I've heard the end game's really interesting with that stuff because you get more resources to build more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's oh no, a bunch of my friends, we're gonna hope to get on the same server at the same time and try to finish this bridge together. Or people found weird tech with zip lines or leaving bikes in good places so people can ride on the mountain easily, or there's all kinds of stuff like that. That to me is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd have to play more of it. I think I do want to buy this game.
Fair enough.
But also it's very challenging to play. Not difficulty wise.
No, just hard. Brain wise.
If people aren't concerned, it actually does. I don't know if it's been told about to people. It does have difficulty options.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Which is nice. Difficulty options are always a good thing. They're never a bad thing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Which I think every game should have them.
Yeah.
More than 3 is fine. I wish they'd have 4.
I agree.
Of hey, I've never played a game before, but I want to just look at this game.
Yeah.
More is better, but if the game's too hard, you can turn the difficulty down.
Cool.
I don't know what it is. I think you don't die as fast or stealth is easier. I'm assuming that's what it is. Probably more stamina.
Oh, that would make sense.
But it is an interesting little beast of a game. I know it does not have Metal Gear Solid 4 money or just 5 money. From what I understand, it has like a moderate budget. It's still insane this game got made.
For Kojima Productions' first game.
It's still insane that they got the talent they have.
Yeah.
Also, the one thing that bothers me, it's not a critique of the game. The actor's great. Deadman is represented by Guillermo del Toro's model.
Yeah, but not
his voice.
Yeah.
And that only bothers me because I know his voice very well because he's like one of my favorite humans on earth.
Yeah.
I heard that man speak. I love that guy.
Have you met Troy Baker's character at all?
No, but I saw him.
Damn. Okay.
Fuck, he looks so fucking cool.
I know. That's why I wanted to say. I was wondering.
I haven't met Mama or Deadman or the
Die Hard.
I've met Die Hardman. I've not met the guy who cycles.
Hartman.
I've not met Hartman or Mama in person yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I've only talked with them through like Kodak.
Oh, fuck all these names. Like I get it.
You've never played Metal Gear, dude.
Okay.
Revolver Ocelot is like one of the main characters of that entire series.
Oh man, I'm watching
code names. Vulcan Raven. The B and the Bees are the stupidest thing in MGS4. Why are they called the B and the Bees?
I don't know.
Because of the Beauty and the Beast. Because they're hot ladies who have fucked up mental things and they attack you.
Okay.
Or the Cobra Unit in 3, where a guy throws bees at you. The first boss in MGS3, he throws bees at you.
Cool. Hey man, I'm watching Clone Wars and there's a character named Savage Opress. So,
Metal Gear is trying to be serious sometimes.
Yeah.
And then they say shit like, you know the guy who throws bees at you? His name is The Pain. Because all of them are emotions. Except one of them is like the Fury. But what does that mean?
I don't know, man.
One of them is like he's already dead, but he still fights you in like a spacesuit with a flamethrower. in like one of the worst boss fights in the whole series. But it looks cool.
Okay.
I like Kojima stuff sometimes.
All right.
I'm scared the game will fuck up, but I still want to see that game to the end.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm intrigued, which I'm very.
I also
because I was very scared because people were not happy with that game.
Yeah,
and people that I know that like Metal Gear stuff and Kojima, like they were not happy with this game at all. I'm glad that I am enjoying what I played.
Last thing, so I remember people rumors or just theories that a lot of the ideas, like in terms of themes, were themes that they'd had from PT. From Silent Hill PT.
Rumors of it.
Yeah, do you think that's true or no? What are your thoughts on? Like, do you think anything from PT came into this game?
I think maybe some gameplay elements,
other than Norman Reedus.
Yeah, and his funky fetus.
Yes,
which I don't think was gonna. Well, hey, there was a fetus in the sink for PT, so maybe it was the same. Maybe that's BB, dude. They're all connected. Maybe. MGS5 Secret Ending is still out there. Those people still exist, by the way. Do you know about that?
No.
Okay, quick 1 minute thing.
Okay.
MGS5 has like you have to beat story missions to get like to get other story missions to unlock.
Yeah, there's secret ending.
And there was a secret, quote unquote, secret ending in MGS5 where people just hacked it on whatever because it was easy to do. That there's going to be an ending cutscene that does play. It's just a monologue where if on the online multiplayer for MGS5, if all the nukes are decommissioned, it plays like an ending.
Okay.
But it's not even a cutscene. It's like just like a little thing. But then people thought, wait, if that's in the game,
is there more?
There might be something more.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because MGS5 had a whole cut chapter and maybe that was finished and it's still in the game, but it's because people think Kojima's that smart.
Yeah,
he's not. He's a decently smart guy. He's not that smart.
This is how I feel.
Crazy.
Okay, yeah, I know this. I play Call of Duty Zombies. This is the same type of people. Yeah. People like going, it's like, wait, what about this DLC 5, like secret DLC 5 or secret ending of fucking.
You never found out what this audio log was actually about. It has to be. And it's like, no, it was just there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about fucking Half-Life, dude.
Yeah. So, Artifact did not exist to most people because the headlines for this story is they finally made a game again, which is really funny and really sad.
Yeah.
Because Artifact didn't seem that bad.
I don't know.
So Valve decided to finally announce, because I've known about it, and some people who follow Valve closely have known about it.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it even. Like
they decided to officially announce their new video game. Yeah. Not Steam Store updates.
No.
Not Dota 2 International.
Yeah, not events or anything. No.
They are making another game.
A video game.
Half-Life Alyx. I have to remember to say that because I've called it Half-Life VR forever.
Yeah.
Because
is it Alyx or Alyx?
Alyx is how it's spelled. But her name is Alyx.
Okay.
And Alyx is the best. She's a great character.
Fair enough.
They're making their big budget game is going to be in VR.
Yeah.
But the biggest surprise is not this game getting announced. Well, it is a surprise. It should be. It's been a long time.
When it takes place or what are we?
No, it's the reception that it's getting from people.
Oh, yeah. Really?
It is overwhelmingly positive.
I'm not surprised.
I am.
Why?
Well, for the two parts of what the game is
Half-Life 3.
it is a prequel.
Yes. It's a prequel.
It's a pre-sequel because it takes us between Half-Life 1 and 2.
Yep.
And it is VR only.
Yep. Yeah, fair.
That is why I am surprised by the overall positive reception.
If it was just a pre-sequel,
people would be stoked.
Yeah, but
it's a Half-Life anything. Half-Life means a lot to a lot of people.
Oh, for sure.
Half-Life is awesome.
As Half-Life,
mainly 2 onward.
It's one of really special. It's one of those games like for me. I've talked about. I think we literally just talked about it last week. How like it's a game that like I didn't get that into, but as a PC player,
you can appreciate what it's done.
I get it. Like I'm 100% on everyone who is like obsessed with this game. I played them.
Like I love the lore of that story, like the G-Man and all the other species in that world, the Combine.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's really fascinating to someone like me.
Yeah,
I just love the idea of the G. I don't know. I'm a big sucker. For me personally, I love the idea of a character who is a middleman, but is much more above you in terms of power and scope of the universe.
Oh yeah,
because G-Man is just a middleman.
Yeah.
But he stops time at certain points to talk to you, and it's like, Mr. Free. Like, he talks to you, and he's like, all right, you kind of fucked me over on this one. You're supposed to come with me, but we'll see what happens. I'll leave you alone for a while. I'm gonna keep watching you, but we'll see what happens. And he just leaves you alone.
Yeah, it's fun.
But he's always watching you, and you can see him watching you in the game.
It's terrifying.
You look for him. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, Half-Life is a terrifying series.
I love the idea, just characters who are either like bored or are satisfied but not like happy with their place of having absolute power in the universe.
Yeah.
That's why I love the idea of you ever played Chrono Trigger?
I know about it.
Are you aware of how the game's gimmick of like time travel?
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole game.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen what the end of time looks like in that game?
No.
It is just like it's a black background, and it is just it's sprites and it's overhead. But the idea is that it is there's like a cobblestone street in like Britain at nighttime where it's like lit up by like one lantern. The end of time in that universe is it's just a street like a stone street with a classical old street light. And an old man with a cane, like a trench coat.
I think
an overcoat and a hat, and he just sits like, yeah, I just roll over the end of time. I'm here to observe everything.
This image is very vivid in my head.
Yeah,
I'm sure I've seen.
And he just sits there. It's like, yeah, there's like a door over there that has like a guy who rules magic, but it's like, I'm just here. I observe time.
Yeah,
I'm kind of like, I'll give you guys some help, but like, that's your guys' job, and that shit rules to me. Simple people with lots of power is like my favorite shit.
This is why you should,
but don't abuse it like in a dumb anime way.
This is why you'd like a lot of the Cosmic Marvel shit, like the Watchers.
No, that's why. But I like the basic Cosmic Marvel shit because I don't want to get into the Eternals or any of that bullshit.
Well, but that's exactly what it is.
But they're boring. I've read some stuff. It's boring.
Well, the Eternals are boring themselves. I'm talking about like
that's why I like Silver Surfer.
Yes,
that's why I read that stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's why Galactus is such an interesting villain because he's not a villain.
Not by himself. He's a little boring when he's by
himself.
Well, no, but yeah, in
the cosmic entities are interesting. They're exactly that.
It's fun.
They're just beings that are the one above all is just one of the. It's just like he's just there.
Oh, that guy from My Hero Academia.
The
All for One, One for All,
or the
God, that joke is so dumb. That's a real thing in My Hero.
The manifestation of what is it? Infinity and eternity.
Yeah,
those two characters are great. They're just. Whatever you imagine that is as a person, that's what that is, and they exist.
That's why I like Greek and Roman stuff so much. Like the Eternity Sisters.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing. All that shit.
It's the same thing.
Fucking back on Half-Life.
Yeah, back to Half-Life. I don't know.
I'm really, really, really interested in this game.
You have zero hardware to play this.
So do you.
Oh, I'm not. I'm probably not getting it. I'm not interested that much.
That's the thing I'm looking at because. Did you watch the interview they did with Jeff Keighley?
No.
It's a good one because even though he is a friend of Valve, he got his big start off of like his thing he wrote for like the last hours of Half-Life back in Half-Life 1.
Yeah.
I know Jeff, he's gotten shit. I gave him shit back in the past. You might have known of him as Doritos Pope way back in the day.
Oh, okay.
That's Jeff Keighley.
Got it.
He now runs the Game Awards right now.
Okay, got it.
Which the Game Awards, like, it's not bad. It's not the Spike ones. Holy shit, it's not the Spike ones. They're trying. They're trying. Yeah. They're not great, but they're trying.
Yeah.
I appreciate someone trying to make games matter.
Yeah.
Even though I think award shows are bunk, I appreciate him trying because he does give a shit.
Fair.
Also, he's probably boyfriends with Kojima. That's why he's getting nominated.
Everyone's boyfriends with Kojima.
Mads Mikkelsen. I hope they have a child soon.
Yes.
Same. But he asked him really good questions. He'd like things like, hey, it's been a long time. Let's talk about like what took so long. And he does ask him like, hey, this is not Half-Life 3. Like what is it taking so long? What is this about? Like, he actually like grills him on some stuff. Like, hey, where have you guys been? And like, he's not like mean about it, but like, he'll ask him like,
do you remember video games?
He asked him actual questions. Like,
he
gives me games like, and he literally goes, he says like something to the effect of like, you guys have made games in a long time. And an Artifact kind of came and went, and they're like, and you see them go like, yeah, because no one's had that thing failed.
Yeah.
They're like, he asked him, he's like, oh, I know Artifact kind of like came and went, and they cut him like, they go like, they shake their heads side and side like, yeah,
We tried.
because they really did. That game is really polished. It's neat,
Yeah.
but it's not what people wanted.
No.
And also, it's a card game in 2018 that launched. That's not free to play.
Yeah. It's with no prior. Yeah. It's
No one asked for it.
No
one. It's good. I played it. It's good.
Yeah.
No one asked for it.
Fair.
I don't like Dota, but it's a good card game.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
ask for it.
So
But like they talk about it in that interview. That's where a lot of details, like the extra details from this game, come out from. That they confirmed. Even Jeff, who has played the whole thing, the whole game.
Okay.
And from them themselves, the game is going to be the length of Half-Life 2, which is about 12 hours.
Okay.
Which is insanely long for any VR game to exist, which is why it's going to be priced at $60. This is a full-ass video game.
Okay.
What Valve has been kind of teasing at for years of like, no, our VR game will be an actual video game.
Okay.
Not just a shooting gallery or a walking thing.
Yeah.
It is a video-ass video game.
Cool.
And things in that trailer make me believe it.
Oh, yeah. That trailer looks great.
It's mainly second one. It is the fact that, I hope it's in the game, the fact that you can grab objects and move them out of your way.
Yep. I saw that.
VR games don't do that.
No.
VR's biggest problem besides movements is interacting with the environment.
Yeah.
And them having to limit you on like what you can touch, what you can grab.
Yep.
That's its biggest problem.
Yeah. It's like these three highlighted objects.
It's like, hey, I can grab this, but not this. Why?
Yes.
Why can't I turn it this way, but not this way? My hand moves naturally this way. Why is it fucking up?
Yep.
Also, people who are asking for, how come Alex doesn't have arms? They're wrong. VR with arms is stupid.
Oh, yeah.
It's really bad. It doesn't work. Your brain does not like it. It's bad. Shut up. But
because your arms don't move that way. Yeah, no.
But like the innovations of like, hey, remember how the best in Half-Life was the gravity gun? Well, we need to have you grab things in a game. Why don't we give you the gravity gloves? They look cool and gameplay. Yeah. They look really smart. Do you remember how she grabbed the gun?
Yeah,
it flies to her hand.
Yes, I remember.
But it doesn't look like a dumb video game thing because
no.
Half-Life establishes that. It's lore in the game.
Yeah.
It's like you can see like there is a lot of thought into this game, like a lot of time.
Based off of like how long was that trailer?
About 2 minute trailer.
Yeah,
but there is gameplay in it. That is gameplay.
Okay, fair.
Also, my brain it tickled the back of my brain when I heard the health noise.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, like just certain noises. I'm like, yeah, Half-Life is awesome.
Yeah, man.
And also the fact that like this is like not just like, hey, it's been a secret team. Like most of Valve, including other teams, are working on this game. Like it's all hands are almost all on deck on this
really?
game.
So this is
TF2 right now, even though it's been like on slow update time.
Yeah, it's
stalled right now. Like everyone who's working on that is moving to VR.
So that's okay. Got it. I was wondering why
CS:GO had a fat update, but that's their fat update, and that's what they're closing on for right now.
Yeah.
Dota 2 is like
Dota 2.
It's sustained itself well enough. Like the international already happened. Do you know how they bought? You know what Campo Santos is?
Sounds familiar.
The company who made Firewatch.
Okay. Yeah.
People kind of dug into it and looked. A lot of this credit to this information gathering, if you care about the like little stuff, is like the YouTube channel. Very good, Gary, good boy. VNN, Valve News Network.
Okay.
He was always right, by the way. Tyler was always right. Hashtag Tyler was always right.
Okay.
That this game would come out and would exist. We get into the Half-Life game. People who were working on that Campo Santos' new game, In the Valley of Gods, they took that off of their Twitter profile.
Oh.
So it's assumed that those people are like stopping that and working on this.
Cool.
Because this game is supposed to come out in March of next year.
Yeah, it's so soon.
Okay. Like Tyler said, and I think so as well, Valve time. It's been so long since they've made a game, but people have to remember Valve time. That does not mean it'll come out in March. I don't believe it at all.
Yeah.
I don't buy it. Portal 2, their last big boy game, was delayed like almost like 8 monts.
Yeah, I remember.
Remember that when they took out, do you remember the gels they took out?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember we kind of know what it is. Do you remember how they cut the mechanic called F-stop?
Sounds familiar.
It was a mechanic that was found in the game. They were like, hey, you're going to be able to shoot a thing called F-stop. What was that? And that's the whole thing that they cut from that game.
Yeah, because I remember all
Portal 2 is a big game.
Yeah, because I remember what was it, the green? Because they had
there was green, and there was one other color, I believe. Because we got blue, we got white, we got orange.
Yeah, I think it might have been yellow.
Other colors that they cut.
It might have been yellow.
Least, I think.
I remember green for sure.
Because they were in trailers that they showed like, hey, here's the new Aperture Science boots, and here's the gels.
Well, there's a reason why that end of arguably the best part of the game is so short.
Yeah.
There was going to be so much more.
But they decided to cut it down, and that game's still like one of the best games ever made. So.
I still wish, I don't know.
I watched somebody play that game, like he's like, I've played this game like a couple years. It's like I was like, I also laughing with him at all the jokes.
Oh, it's so good. It's so
The
smart.
opening of that game, I was just like, all right, please
It's
stare at the
stupid.
picture. And it lets that giant air noise to just make you scared looking at the picture.
So stupid, man. I love
Are
it.
you alive in there?
Yeah.
You've been in crisis for 900, and just loops forever. Or hold on, I'm gonna do manual override, and he just crashes into the wall. Oh, manual override just crashes into the fucking
Yes.
wall. Like, that game's so good.
By the way, all the jokes that you're talking about, how hilarious they are, those happen in the first like 10 seconds of the game.
But there's so many other good ones that I forgot about.
No, I know, but I'm saying is like just how dense.
It's so strong.
God damn it! Maybe I'll replay it on stream or something.
It's like a 6-hour game if you like forget some of it.
Portal-
it's like 4 if you remember most
Portal
of it.
1, I used to. There was a
You
time
can
where
do the game in like half an hour if you like know
there was
a bit of
a
it.
time where I used to try to speedrun the game. I think I was able to do under an hour before.
If I had
That's,
mouse and
fantastic.
keyboard, I was good at it. I would actually do it for fun
Yeah.
because I love the Portal games.
Oh yeah,
But also,
I always say one of the only games that's ever made me cry is Portal 2, just because like
So good.
I will never have an experience like that again.
Was it the gameplay or was it the elevator?
Oh, it was at the end of the game. It was at the credits roll.
I was like, oh
done.
man, it's over. Fuck.
Yeah, that was it. I was like, I'm never getting like Portal is done. Like this genius that is the humor mixed with the gameplay mixed with the story will never happen again. This is
in this specific never.
No, never.
But also like we talked about like all hands on deck from every Valve thing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But also what I looked at, people are coming back to work on this game.
That's cool.
Some old they talk about even for our new hires that just got hired a couple years ago. People who used to work on Half-Life 1. We're working on this. Yeah. They got one of the writers. Remember the guy who leaked the Half-Life 3 scripts that I talked about and was very impressed about?
Oh god, that was a long time ago.
He is consulting on some of the lore for this.
Really? That's cool.
And I believe his name is Eric Wolpaw, the guy who worked on Portal and some of the other games, the writers. He's writing the game.
Nice.
They're like they give a shit about this game. Like a lot more than they've seen.
This actually makes me kind of want it.
But that's what I'm wondering. They always do those dumb surveys of like, did you know most people's PCs on Steam are garbage?
Yeah, I saw
and
this.
And they did that again with this, and I'm like,
I saw this today.
That makes sense, but most people's PCs are garbage.
Yeah.
So that's not a thing. But also, like, Valve Index, if you have no VR, is 1,000 bones. US. Around 1,000 bones, right? Most people who even have PCs that can play decently modern games, they're still like at least like 5 years out of date.
Oh, yeah.
Most people's computers are not that up to date.
My computer's out of date. And
your computer, you upgraded like what, a year and a half ago? Like 2
yeah,
years ago?
I have an RX 588 card.
It's pretty goddamn new.
Yeah.
Like, I think still goes for like a pretty penny.
Yeah,
on sale.
You can still get it for $150.
But I think your computer like could run VR, but it might have trouble. Who knows?
Maybe, I don't know. I can't even get all my. Well, I'm spotted up by my CPU, but I'd have to. There's so much upgrades I'd have to get anyway.
Hey, Lewis, if you need a new CPU, what else do you need?
Yeah, motherboard, RAM,
that bullshit. That's why
motherboard and RAM,
and that's why I'm not upgrading my computer because my computer's old. I bought it off of my friend.
Yeah,
it's old. If I'm gonna replace the CPU or GPU, no, fuck it. It's like at least 5 parts. That's money.
You can upgrade the GPU by itself and get away with CPU for a while, but
then it's a whole like it throttles. It's a whole.
Yeah. Then you have to figure out it's like
how more than me. It's a whole thing of like
how far can I go without it being a waste?
Without blue screening while I'm running Photoshop or
having Borderlands crash for some reason.
Borderlands crash even though it's a modern PC.
Yeah.
But it's like most people, I don't know. It is a VR only game.
Yeah.
And I do believe them. I buy it that they go, we cannot make this game work in not VR. This game does not work in 2D. That's not designed for this. And of course, VR games have to be made a certain way to be in VR.
Yeah, I agree. I believe them with this one too.
But is this going, I don't know. I don't still think that wow, good English, Jesus. I really don't think, even as good as this game polish-wise looks, even if it does turn out to be pretty good,
it's not going to do well.
Well, it'll do probably well for a VR game.
It'll do it for a VR game for people who play VR games. But
how many people is it really going to get on VR who aren't in it?
Yeah, it's not going to get me. There's no reason for me to spend fucking $1,000
right now. You have no
right now.
to Half-Life.
Huh?
The game looks neat. But let's look up. A lot of people love Half-Life, right? But more people like just video games than Half-Life.
Yeah.
So even if the game looks good, that still not might be enough people to want to grab VR.
Even people who love Half-Life and
VR are like, damn.
No. Exclude the VR because the people who love VR is still too small of a market.
That's incredibly small
for me to even warrant that as like a viable.
Yes.
For people who love Half-Life, who are like they have fucking Half-Life tattoos and shit. Like those people.
Many people.
Cool. Do you have $1,500 lying around to upgrade your PC and get VR shit?
Yeah.
Do you?
Or do you even have a Valve Index or a Vive or HTC?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Do you have them? Well, because I'm including
a Rift or
I'm saying $1,500 because I'm assuming these are people who already have PCs and already have a lot of the guts ready to go, and that they just need to upgrade and then also get the.
Or those people even play games anymore?
Or exactly, that's the thing. Is like we're talking about a games.
I think Half-Life 1 came out in 1998.
Yeah, something like that. It's a series of games that like were so important so long ago that a lot of these people who cared that much are so done with,
or they're playing other games,
or they're just done with these kinds of games. Like maybe they don't even play PC games anymore. They're on their Switch or
they
something.
don't play shooters anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know.
It's a very fascinating announcement.
When they announced it, I was like, cool. But it's VR. No one cares. Like, this game's not gonna. If this was
because Valve talked about it, it's like they want to make a game that makes people care about VR. Yeah, and this is their.
This is the okay. Look, if any game could do it, it's Valve and it's Half-Life. Like, out of everyone knows about Half-Life. Like, even if you've never played Half-Life,
because they said like when we were like working with VR way back in there. Remember they worked with HTC to make the Vive way back in the day.
Yep.
They were like in the same building working on it all the fucking time.
Yeah,
so they wasted most of their money and all the resources on a set of other games.
Yeah,
or fixing their games they had, TF2 or CS:GO.
Yeah,
but whatever. Or even Dota in some cases. They said, yeah, we've tried like different, like for one, they have a VR game in the Portal universe.
Oh yeah.
The Aperture Science Lab. And they said, that game, them having fun with making that work was like, hey, let's try other things out in VR space.
Yeah.
And they literally went, let's just try making a first person thing with old Half-Life 2 assets and see what it looks like. And then when people just enjoyed poking around in the universe so much that they went, we have to try this now. We're never going back.
Yep.
Because the pressure of making Half-Life 3 is absurd.
Hey,
They're
look,
never going to do it.
Here's best case scenario. And this is a scenario that is I can totally see this happening.
VR becomes incredibly cheap and everyone has it.
What I see as a future that totally happens here soon is this game does incredibly well. It gets people to buy into VR, and it makes like Valve be like a VR gaming company now.
That's the hope, and that's
make VR games now.
And that's kind of the only
like good
thing,
VR games.
Yeah. It's the only kind of shitty thing about the announcements that they kind of imply.
This is where they want to go.
No, they kind of imply that if this doesn't they will have to see what happens. In terms of making games, just not VR games.
Yeah,
just games and their future projects.
Yeah, this is the issue with doing like betting everything on a game like this. Like, look, it's like it's a good risk.
Well, me and you and people who follow games know that they won't go bankrupt making this fucking game.
No.
Valve doesn't spend money like Nintendo.
If it doesn't, but it might incentivize them and shareholders and people who are just in fucking whatever to be like, we just don't make games anymore. That just won't happen. We're just done.
Because we thought that before Artifact was announced. So
you and I have been like, they're not a game company anymore. They'll never make it.
Because they've been focusing on their store and making it not be as big a piece of shit with like trying to fix Greenlight.
Yeah.
And all kinds of stuff like that.
That was like
fixing spam, even though they've only gotten worse spam.
And it was sucked at first when we talked about it, but at this point I was like, I've come to terms with this. Valve is just they're a Steam making company. Like that's what they do. Like that.
We were together once. It was fun, but they're gone now.
Yeah, we can still be friends.
They're happily married. We can hang out.
Yeah, exactly.
We can go for beers every 3 years.
Exactly. But now they're trying, and
I'm still a little sad about it. But it's like, but they're making a game again. They can make more good ones.
Yeah, they could, and that'd be great.
And that would be amazing. Because we got.
But you of all people know that video games suck. And so,
it's still my profile on PSN.
Yeah.
My profile on PSN is I hate video games.
Yeah,
because I do.
Yes, but video games are trash, and I hate it, and it's the worst.
And it's ruined my entire life.
And because of that, there's no, even though
no hope.
There really isn't. Like
no future, no escape.
Yeah,
can't escape from crossing fate.
Yeah, even though again the best case scenario of what this happens is a realistic possibility for it to work out, and people just get VR.
Would people be bummed if this game does well, but they only want to make VR games?
No. People will be bummed, but I think people will understand that like that makes sense based off of where the VR market has been heading towards, or what people wanting the VR market to head towards. Because there's been such a lull in terms of like
you said lull, like Twitch.
Yep.
Lull W.
Yep. There's been such there's been such a like stagnation. There you go. Whatever. Better word. You happy now? In the VR market of games, Skunkworks finally came out, but.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Skunkworks is it Skunkworks? What is it called? Is that it or is that something else? Shit, I think it is Skunkworks. There's a VR project that's been made by like the Node guys were documenting everything of like this crazy like VR. It's pretty much another one of those simulators where it's just like a shooting gallery. It's one of those, but there is so much physics happening involved that like, hey, people could use this technology to put it in their games. So it's more of like
a engine test kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's finally out.
Because the last like interesting VR thing that I saw that was like this year was there was this game that I think people didn't really know too much about called Horseshoes and Hand Grenades.
Oh yeah, that game was great.
And the big thing that happened this year with it was an update where Valve let the guy use TF2 maps and weapons and put it in that game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it looks neat.
That's really neat.
And it does, like, you can rocket jump in it. Like, we let you do rocket jumping. Like, we let you, like, you're obviously, you're fighting, like, sausages with, like, the TF2 hats.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, you're like playing a version of TF2 kind of in VR.
All right, cool.
Because you can play.
So TF3
fat air
VR.
quotes, play TF2 in VR, but it's just like it's a view model thing. That's all it is.
So TF3 VR, yeah.
TF2 is like one of the best games ever made. I'm so sad it doesn't get updates.
Yeah,
like it deserves. We have still not gotten the heavy fucking update. It has been almost 3 years. The power one was all right.
I remember the power one. That was fun. It was fun at the time.
Where is the heavy one? Make him not just shoot boy. I love the heavy. He's a good boy, but he's the worst class in the whole goddamn game.
Yeah.
Next to the spy.
Spy's fun. What are you talking about?
No, like in terms of like gameplay styles, it's the worst.
Oh, I disagree. Spy's great. I love
No, not fun. I mean like viability.
Oh, I still disagree.
You haven't played TF2 in a while.
You're right.
In pubs, the spy is the best.
I have not played Spy.
But in 6v6
I haven't played TF2 in years.
In 6v6 or 12v12s, the spy is like low.
Fair.
Because what does the spy do? Kill priority targets. Who are the priority targets? One, it is medics, heavies, and and snipers.
Yeah.
What can sniper do? Do all that but far away and won't die afterwards.
Yep.
This is the spy is a little fucked on that. That's the problem. But I love the heavy he's a good boy.
Yeah.
His sister's way cooler though.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, those TF2 comics are so good. God, they're so good.
I saw someone make a really convincing looking
Who's the guy who wrote It's Not Unusual?
I don't know.
It's not on. You know the song.
Yeah.
That's the Scouts. That's God or the Scout's dad. No. The Scout's dad is the spy. Yeah. God is Tom Jones.
Oh geez.
Tom Jones is God in the TF2's lore.
I didn't know that.
Because the Scout dies and goes to heaven and he sees Tom Jones.
That's good. That's good stuff.
And that's why he does that's why I think after that comic they did. You know the Carlton. That's why that's a taunt in TF2. Oh, nice. Because it was done to It's Not Unusual.
Oh, got it.
It's
but anyway, I saw
bellissimo.
Someone made after the Half-Life announcement. Someone made a cover for like what a Ratman game could look like.
Fuck, dude! Don't make me
right.
Don't I think about that idea like every other year.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
because Ratman was a neat Easter egg in Portal 1,
and then became such a
and then it became a big story thing in Portal 2, and then it was really good comics.
Yeah,
in that it was also really good official. The Valve anthology.
Oh yeah, all the comics are great.
Where it's comics for TF2, Left 4 Dead. The Left 4 Dead 1 is like the most important because it's the actual like story. It's what happened to Bill.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Bill.
R.I.P. Bill.
R.I.P. my man Bill. Pour one out. And then what else was it?
Portal.
Was it Portal? Yeah, Portal, TF2, and Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. All right, we're at an hour. I'm hot, so I'm gonna stop the podcast and open my door. So yeah, thanks for listening. Bye. Go follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Philstone. I stream Sundays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. PST.
Tell him he's bad at Borderlands. Give him your good builds.
Type in Failstone in the chat.